Hello, everyone. I came out to the beach. It's been a long weekend. I've gotten a lot of paperwork done because it was raining here. Um, and I was up early at 3:30 a.m. and I actually got a nap, which is a benefit of getting up so early. Anyway, I wanted to tell you this story, and it has to do with how you punish your kids. And when I was a mom, um, well, I guess I'm still a mom, but when the in thing at the time was okay, go stand in the corner or time out. That was a big thing, and they didn't do anything. And I thought to myself, there's such limited time in the day. We have so much to do. I need to build my kids up, not just have them stare in a corner or sit in a chair or something like that. So I thought about it and thought about it. And my solution was to tell them, okay, you have a chance right now to stop doing what you're doing, or you can go get your sneakers on. What do you mean, go get your sneakers on? How is that a punishment? Well, we lived across the street from the church parking lot, and they were little. They were in the elementary school when we started this out. And the parking lot was sort of big. So for them in the beginning, it was really hard, but it was easy on me because I was right across the street and I could go across the street and we'd be there. They'd be running around the parking lot. So one thing I have to warn you is if your kids aren't really goody two shoes, they will build up a lot of stamina running. And I have to tell you, when they got to middle school, by then, the punishment when I said you have to put your sneakers on, the little church parking lot was no longer sufficient. I then also had to get my coat on or my shoes on, and we went to the high school track. And the track, I think it's a quarter mile every time you go around. I think that's what it is. But it takes time then because we had to get in the car, we had to go drive, everybody had to get their sneakers on, and then I had to sit and wait for their punishment. So it wasn't as easy. I had to be a dedicated parent. But one of the things I noticed was it was really building them up. They were learning to run pretty well, and they could run distance. And at first, they started out doing quite a bit of gymnastics. And my youngest one just happened to be shorter, and she has the body of a gymnast. And at 10 years old, she could do a backflip this way and rotate this way around twice before she hit the ground. It's crazy. It just worked out really well. And I think it was because she trampolined all the time, and then her punishment was to do this running. So she had a lot of stamina. The older one was taller, and she was very graceful gymnast and cheerleading. And then when she had her growth spurt, it threw off a lot of her balance. But she was really good. Just the youngest one was, as a cheerleader, she won states, and their team was first in the United States. And they said to me, the oldest one said, I think it was the youngest, one of them said to me, "Oh, Mom, I really would like to be in the Olympics for cheerleading." And I said, "Oh, well, okay, honey," because the team that was the best in the United States and still is the best in the United States is down in Texas. And I said, well, why don't you send your, I think it was a tape, not a tape, I don't know, you do it on your computer, your video down to Cheer Athletics and tell them you'd like to try out and be on the team. And because they're going to, if anyone's going to the Olympics, it'll be the Cheer Olympics, Cheer Athletics teams. Okay, so they did put a video and they sent it down and said they're very interested. So, a week goes by. I don't even think about it. 3 weeks later, ring. Hello? Oh my gosh, Cheer Athletics said they made the team, both of them. Now what do? We were in New England and the team was in Texas. So what am I going to say to my kids? Oh, you can't live for your dreams? Nope. I said, okay, take and pull some boxes out. We're going to have to start to pack up. And we just happened to have a fabulous little house we were like the cheapest house in an expensive neighborhood. So people started to hear, oh, they're moving. So to get into that good neighborhood, a lot of the realtors would call us up and say, oh, can we just show our client, I know it's not on the market officially yet. And I say, no, we got to wait till the broker's open house. So finally, some guy pulled up with his clients in the back seat and said, oh, and the clients are looking out of the window. And they said, and I had boxes everywhere, and it was a wreck. And I was at the end of my rope that day. And he said, can they please see the house? And I said, fine, we're not moving any of the boxes. I'm not cleaning or anything. And we have to go to the grocery store. Here's my number. Good luck. So I was in the grocery store with the kids. And ding! This telephone, my gosh. Full price offer. No inspections, no anything. And you pick the date that you want to move out. So I guess it was meant to be. So we're down in Texas and we're now the kids are getting near high school or in high school, and we did a spectacular team. It was just fabulous. But so I have to warn you, if you end up having your kids be great athletes, it's a lot of work on the parents. To take everybody back and forth to practice all the time, weekends away, competitions, and winning what they did. People would stop them sometimes and ask for their autograph and stuff. It was fun, but at the same time, it's a lot of work. And then everybody graduated from college, and the big plus was when we were so busy, when we drove to practice, my kids would always quickly get out their homework and do their homework in the car. I never had to ask them to do their homework because time was so limited that they used and really time managed. It was fabulous. So then they graduate from college, and one of my girls asked, can I go be a cheerleader now? The Patriots have a team and the Celtics have a team. Well, I said you're not doing the Patriots. It's too hoochie. You can go try out for the Celtics team. So she tried it, and of course she made the team. And so that was a good experience. I think she did that 2 years in a row. They wanted her to be team captain, and they were selling the Celtics team this year, so they ended up not having any cheerleaders this year at all. So she said, oh, Mom, I think I'm going to go run the marathon. Okay, honey. So I'm just warning you, they get really good if they're really bad kids. But it's good. It keeps them on the straight and narrow, and they're doing fabulous. And I couldn't be happier with how they turned out. Proud mama. Okay, so I just want to let you know this, and you can steal the idea all you want. And if it's a boy, maybe it's track and field, or maybe it's, baseball or something. But you can start your kids out early, and it becomes a family sport, at least, for us, because we were all girls. So, all right, I love you tons, and have a great day. I know it's sort of a strange story to tell you, but hopefully some parents might have some other interesting ideas on how their punishment for the kids actually built them up. They learned skills, they got strength, everything else. So write a comment below if you had a great way to punish your kids as well that worked out really well for your kids. All right. Big hugs to everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.